You're being naughty, sir. Why you do this? Huh? Yeah, I know. Hello, vintage neighbors. Welcome to the Vintage Girl Next Door. My name is Laci, and today we're in the kitchen because we are testing out the Veg-O-Matic. In my last video, I asked you if you guys would want to see me test out this gadget that I recently thrifted, and a lot of you said yes, so I thought that would be a fun one to do today. One of them was given to me by a friend. It belonged to her grandmother, and it's actually one of the first ones that was manufactured. They started in 1960. This box for this one says 1961. And so it's one of the first ones, and then also the one I thrifted the other day for $2. This one is from 1969, and it's very interesting because it's basically not changed at all in that amount of time. Even the instruction books look pretty much identical. I guess when you've got a good thing going, you don't mess with it, right? So the Veg-O-Matic was invented by Samuel Popeil and widely marketed by his son Ron Popeil of Ronco. It's one of the first mass marketed products that was marketed on television. So kind of one of the very first as seen on TV products. They would demonstrate the Veg-O-Matic slicing all the vegetables really quickly with the famous line, "It slices, it dices." That is the Veg-O-Matic. So I'm excited to test it out. This is kind of like one of the more iconic vintage gadgets, I would say. So very excited my friend gifted me one, and then also excited to find a second one. So how we're gonna test it out, we're gonna make one of the recipes from the instructions. So let's get started. We're gonna take a closer look at this gadget, and we are going to make the potato pancakes Swiss style. So let's get slicing and dicing, and I'm excited to test this one out. So the one I thrifted is actually probably the most complete, so we're gonna go with that one for the demo. And I like this logo, another great Popeil product. The box. Very cute. First thing in the box, we have the use and care manual for the Veg-O-Matic, world's most unique food cutter. So, it says, most women prepare 1,095 meals a year. Veg-O-Matic will save you hundreds of these food preparation hours. Awesome. There's never been one like it in the history of food preparation appliances. Simple to operate. In fact, it works with magical ease. Slice, dice, or wedge vegetables, fruits, cheeses, boiled eggs, cooked shrimp, many types of canned prepared meats in just seconds. Imagine in 1 minute, Veg-O-Matic will produce as many as 120 tomato slices. So we've got some more instructions here, and we've got the different placement for the different ways of slicing and dicing. Oh, a replacement order form for the cutting ring. They were $1.50 each. Or the Veg-O-Matic, $7.77 each. Check our money order. Should we mail it in? All right, let's check this gadget out. So there it is, and here is the ring. We got another replacement order form. We've also got, let's see, don't use until you've read the directions and care thoroughly. Special instructions for slicing tomatoes, it says. This is how it looks. Very cute fonts. I'm loving it. So it's locked down, so we will unlock. Wow. Okay, so it's spring-loaded like that. And this is the bottom ring. So that goes stationary in, and then this is the other rings. It has the numbers of the different positions. So you put that in like so, and then you can turn it to each number for the different types of slicing. See, that's number 2. Number 3, that looks the same as no ring at all. Looks like number 1 would do like more thinly sliced things. The side lock, the food plunger, slicing rings are in position. Lots of do's and don'ts here, mostly don't put oversized foods in. Don't press the food plunger, it will crush the food rather than slice. Ramming of food plunger will not damage the Veg-O-Matic. Its frame is sturdy and can take it. Okay, blade settings. So this is telling us how to position the blade for the type of cuts that you want. And these are the things you can slice and dice. Here is our recipe. We're going to do the potato pancakes Swiss style. There's a warranty on the back. So let's follow our recipe. Let's get slicing. First of all, we are going to dice the potatoes. Position 2, dice and French fries. Okay, so to dice, 2 steps are required. Slice the food in the number 3 position. Okay. Number 3 position. Then lay the stacked slices on the blades at number 2 position. Press briskly. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this both ways so that you can see a little bit better what's going on. So I know I'm supposed to press it this way, but in order for you guys to see the food come out, I'm gonna try to do it this way. Here we go. Moment of truth. Here's our potato. And we're gonna press briskly. There's one little piece stuck. It worked. I have some sliced potato here. And to dice, we gotta put this in the number 2 position. Number 2 looks like that. They've got it this way. It's kind of tall. Well, I mean, here we go. Let's do it. Ha! Oh, look at that. That's pretty awesome. Look at those little potatoes. I love it. That is great. That worked really great. That was pretty handy. I'm going to slice the other 2 potatoes. There we go. Got it. Well, some of them kind of shot out. It's fine. We'll do those 2 on their own. It's kind of shooting potatoes all over the place. There is a few like little slivers that didn't get cut, but for the most part, it looks pretty dang good. So what if your potato's too wide? To cut this one in half, I guess. Half of it at a time, I think. Uh-oh. There we go. That one took a couple of tries there. Whew. Uh-oh. Ugh. one was not as smooth. Okay, we got our potatoes nice and diced. Those look great, perfect little cubes. And now let's do the onion. First position number 3. Barely doesn't fit. Okay. Let's see how it does with the onion. Oh, it's almost there. Huh, that was a little difficult. This is a little trickier, I think. Now we've got to get these kind of all in there for a second time. Okay, that looks pretty good. Plate stuck there. There we go. This onion's getting me, you guys. Whew. It's a strong one. Sometimes after I like ram it down, the lock thing goes to lock, and then like the switches don't stay on open position. Then it makes it a little bit hard. This top ring keeps getting stuck. A couple of things to note, I guess, huh? Okay, I didn't notice this before, but see if you can see there's some potatoes like totally jammed into that top piece there. Get those out. So we are now dicing the apple. Also, I already messed up on the recipe, guys, because I put it all in the bowl, and apparently I was just supposed to put the potatoes in first and then add some things and then add the onions and apples and stuff, but it's fine. It's not a recipe tutorial. We're using the Veg-O-Matic. Well, that worked really smooth. I feel like it worked the best on the potatoes and the apple. It's doing great on the apple. By the way, I just picked this off my tree in the backyard. Yay. Okay. That worked great for the apple. And now we've got to lay them. It's not wanting to go through the peel. It's like stuck on the peel. Guys, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to like cut my fingers, so just okay, so it worked eventually. Try it with this one, and maybe I'll turn them the other way and see if that helps. We'll go this way so that it goes through the peel first. Nope. Still did the same thing. It's like these aren't like pushing it all the way through. All right, all of our things have been chopped. I'll give you my thoughts at the end. So I'm just gonna finish up this recipe. Okay, our potato pancakes are done. I have some thoughts on the Veg-O-Matic, but first, well, let's taste these. Said to serve with sour cream, so that's what I've got here. You could do applesauce or sour cream, but I didn't have any applesauce, so I'm gonna taste it with the sour cream. They're okay. I mean, they're kind of mild. I don't know, maybe I didn't get an apple in that bite. Let's try again. Yeah, they're not bad. Maybe I needed a little more salt and pepper. But I mean, I don't know. Overall, really, it's just potatoes, onions, and apples. Everything's still a tiny bit crunchy. Maybe I didn't like leave it in the pan long enough, but I don't mind it that way. It's fine. They're good. I don't know that I'd make that again, really. They're just kind of meh, but not bad. For the Veg-O-Matic, okay, I have some thoughts. So it worked really well for some things, and then it was like a little tricky for other things. And it's very possible that these blades are not sharp enough. That's very possible. I mean, it is 60 years old. If it had a lot of use, then maybe the blades just aren't as sharp as they normally would be. And that would cause the issues that you saw, where it wouldn't cut all the way through, or like things were getting stuck on the blade, and like no matter how much I pushed, it didn't push them all the way through. I think the initial thing is you're supposed to ram it down hard, and then it like shoots it out. And then it's like a quick, like one and done thing. So it's possible I didn't like do it fast and hard enough. That's possible too on some of those, but I feel like for the potato and the apple, the first slice worked really well. It was when I switched it to the cube where we ran into some issues. So if I wanted to slice up a whole bunch of potatoes or slice up a whole bunch of apples just into slices, I think it would work really well and be super quick too. I know some people are a lot handier with a knife than I am as far as like chopping and cutting vegetables. So if you're one of those people that can do it really fast on your own, then this probably wouldn't have a point for you. But for me, I have a hard time, honestly, cutting food quickly with a knife. And so I actually really appreciate it for those types of jobs. We saw in the order form for a new one, it was $7.77. In today's money, that would be about $77. So that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of up there as far as cooking gadgets and choppers and things like that go. There are some similar products that you can get now that are a lot cheaper than that. Another thing I noticed was that when I was pushing the handles down, like these are the handles you're supposed to press here, but this is also where the lock switches were. And so I also noticed that when I pushed it down, these switches just kind of go back and forth. So sometimes when I pushed it down, it would push one of the switches into the lock position, and then it would be stuck down. And also I noticed sometimes the top blade would be stuck with the food when it came up, stuck to the top. Overall, it did not work flawlessly, but it wasn't bad. Okay, let's rate this gadget. So, aesthetics. Is it pleasing to look at? Is it cute? Does it have mid-century flair? I mean, yeah, like, I feel like this top part reminds me of a classic car, kind of. Like, the font and also this V, it's pretty cute. So I think I would give it probably like a 4 out of 5 on the aesthetic scale. Even the box I think is really cute. It's gadgety, it's fun to look at. So I'm gonna give it probably a 4 out of 5 for the aesthetics. Efficiency, did it do what it say it was gonna do? For the most part, yeah. I really do think that a lot of the problems I was having was due to maybe not so sharp of blades. So in its prime, I would say, yeah, it does what it says it's gonna do. It is quick. At least for me, it's a lot quicker than if I were to try to slice those things with a knife or cube things with a knife. Plus you get nice, super even cubes, which I really appreciate that. So as far as efficiency goes, I'm gonna go ahead and rate that a 4 out of 5 as well. Really the only points I'm taking off is because of the second chop, the cubing, where it got stuck and things like that, and it didn't quite work the first time. I had to push it down with a wooden spoon. If I had brand new Veg-O-Matic, never been used, sharp blades, I feel like that probably wouldn't have been an issue. But as far as what I experienced, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Is it worth the price? Would I buy it for $7.77 in 1961? I don't know. It's kind of steep. The $2 I paid for it at the thrift store, however, yes, I feel like it was well worth that money. I will probably continue to use it as far as, especially just the initial slicing goes. The dicing got a little dicey, as you saw, but just initial slicing, that was great. I feel like that worked really well. So I'll probably continue to use it for that purpose. I guess that one's kind of up in the air. I think probably, yeah. Especially with my chopping and dicing skills as they are, I think it definitely helps me out. And so I would say, yeah, it's worth it. And especially if you can find one at the thrift store. There were millions of these things sold, so I guarantee you they are around. If you are interested and want one, you could check eBay, you could check Etsy. I'm sure that you could find one, possibly even thrifting like what I did. If you want to get your hands on one, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to do that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this vintage gadget video and testing out the Veg-O-Matic. Let me know, do you have a Veg-O-Matic? I feel like they are plentiful, so if you have one, let us know in the comments and let us know if you use it. If you like these vintage gadget videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out, and leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. And if you have not subscribed already, please do so. We would love to have you a part of our little vintage neighborhood here on the internet. You can find me over on Instagram at Laci Fay. I'd love to have you join me over there. Do you have any vintage gadgets on your mind that you need me to test out? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear, and I would love to find those and test them out for you guys. Thank you again for being here, and I hope that you are safe and well and that you're feeling loved wherever you are in the world, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!